I'm Uncle Mark. Welcome to the channel. I'm just a DIYer doing some things on my own. Noticed our lawnmower, the wheels seem kind of floppy. I thought, well, I guess just get the wrenches out and just tighten them up. Found out there's actually bearings in them. Not one bearing, but two bearings per wheel on this particular one that I'm working on. We'll take a look at it. I'll show you what the fix was. I'll also put a link in the description as to the bearings and where I got them from. Just make sure they're the same size that you have. Otherwise, let's get to the video. Let's see if we can show you how wobbly these are. Sure, it wasn't affecting the cut or nothing, but eventually something's going to happen. You're going to break the wheel, or it's going to fall off or something. They're both pretty much the same. It is a heavy mower. Can't be good either because it is a rear-wheel drive, self-propelled, and imagine the other gears. I got a 3-ton jack under this. I hope it's big enough. It's a heavy mower. Look at how this thing wobbles. Pretty wobbly. But we'll be able to fix that. So in this mower, it's actually got a nut hanging on here. Some of them might have a cotter pin or something like that, or some kind of a clip. This one is a 14mm socket. Like I say, I tried tightening it. Originally, I thought they were just loose. But I did look at them later on, and it's like, oh no, bearings are gone. Then you'd figure it'd be easy to just order some bearings for it. Not so. Not as easy as it should be. Let me say that. So anyway, let's take a look at this bearing just a little closer here. You can see how pretty rough shape it is. That should be not moving at all. That's okay. So like I say, I ordered some bearings. It was a 10-pack. You could get 8 packs or 10 packs. Found a 10-pack that was pretty cheap. So I was trying to figure out how to get these bearings out. I don't have any special tools. So I thought I could probably knock it out from the back. I'll show you how I did this. So the bearings sit on either side of a bushing. So my plan is to stick the screwdriver through the bearing, through the bushing, to the other side of the bearing, and then try and tap, just grab the edge of the bearing if possible, and just tap it from the bottom. Like basically just tap all around, bottom, around the top. Just keep tapping, tapping, tapping all around until it pops out. Trying to do it in some kind of orderly fashion. I don't want going out on an angle or something and breaking something. The wheel is just plastic. So on this side, the bearing's kind of exposed. So once I moved it a little bit, I was able to just get a screwdriver and kind of go around and pop it out. So that worked out okay. Came out fairly easy. Here's the new one. Looks a little different, but it's the right dimensions, so. And it's actually greasable. I'll show you in a few minutes. And you know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to grease that thing before I put it in. I'm not going to grease it too much. I just want to make sure there's enough grease in there for it to stay. So anyway, before I put that in, I got to take the other one out. So there's a bushing on this wheel in the middle that I was showing you. So this is what it looks like. It just sits in there. Come on. Pull it out. Should be easy enough now to just tap the bearing out since it's exposed now. Couple little love taps. Hopefully it is coming out.
It's like, yeah, it's really hard to tell. Trying to make sure too that the bearing won't hit anything like the vise, although it's going to drop a half an inch or something like in the wheel. It's like so close. It's hard to tell if it's moving or not. Get you in closer. Yeah, maybe further away. How's that? You can see how I'm doing this. Just lightly tapping. Oh, it fell out. Yay. I need to clean up my bench, don't I? Anyway, you can see how this thing moves around. Well, if we flip it around, yeah, it's wore out. So the new ones should just fit in there. And they do, it's the right size. I'm just going to give it a couple little taps. Went in fairly easily. This side should even be easier. Put the bushing in first, don't want to forget that. I'll show you. Left one is the old one, the right one's the new one. They're pretty much, they're the same dimensions basically. This is the old one. I thought, oh, let's just see if we can rip it apart. This thing would not come apart last time I looked at it. It's like a really hard plastic, and this isn't going to go well. Just watch, wait for it. It hurt. This is like 5 or 6 hours later. You can see it poked my little finger there pretty bad. Anyway, I tried popping this out just to show you. There's no way it was going to come out. And if the bearing had been in good shape, there was no way you're going to get grease in there. You can now because there's so much room, but let's just not worry about it. This one is built properly. It's kind of a rubber little seal with a little piece of metal in the back of it just to hold it. Anyway, it'll hold all the grease in once we get some grease in. I got my grease gun out, little grease gun needle. I've done these before. Not this little bearing, but just wanted to put a little bit more grease in it. This doesn't seem like there's much in here. Don't want to overfill it, although this bearing doesn't run very fast. So you're not going to have problems with it cooling, but I just thought, give it a couple little shots. That's probably lots. Spin it around a little bit to get the grease moving around. That looks good, I think. Then I'll put that grease seal back on, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, just wipe it up a little bit so the seal pops on okay. There you go, snapped in there pretty nice. Not sure how old, like I say, this machine is. It's possible it's 10 years now. I don't know. 5 years for sure. Just stick them back in here. Like I said, I was trying to find a part number for this mower. And it looks like the deck probably and the wheels were made by somebody else, not Craftsman. And I'll show you right away here because I saw a Husqvarna logo on this wheel. Right there on the inside. Look at that. Isn't that what that is? Pretty sure it is. So I tried looking up information maybe on Husqvarna wheel bearings. Couldn't really find anything. Not specific anyway. I'm not going to bother lubing up this gear either for the self-propelled part because you should see all the dirt that gets in there. I'm thinking that probably do more harm by having a bunch of gravel stuck in between the teeth. The bearing's sealed so it won't get dirt in there. You just tighten it up. And should be good. couldn't believe once I got both wheels done how easy this thing rolled after. Oh, and that noise, it's self-propelled. So it's just turning the drive unit. I'll show you how different these two wheels are. For one being worn out, one not. It's a pretty heavy mower. I think the self-propelled, you'd want it to be. So this wheel, see how you can hit it or whatever, it's not wobbly. This one, just look at it the wrong way, wants to fall off. Oh well, what a difference, 100%.
So, lawnmower rolls super easy now. It's self-propelled, so I guess it's not really going to matter too much, but sometimes you move it without its own power, especially if you're backing up or whatever you're doing with it. Nice if it works right and the wheels don't fall off or get wrecked. If you like the video, why not give me the thumbs up? You can subscribe down in the very corner. If you haven't already, you can give me some comments. Let me know what you think. And product, try and put the bearings product link in the description below. Also, I think I've got a few other ones here. Yeah, there's got to be a playlist. Up in the top corner here, I think it's a lawnmower playlist, just a couple things. I'll try and add to it as we go along. I'm sure more things are going to break on the lawnmower. Till next time, you and your family stay safe. Uncle Mark saying bye-bye for now.
Remember to be safe. Your safety is your responsibility and should be priority number one. Also, give me the thumbs up if you like the video. Plus, please subscribe and you'll get all the notifications. It's easy. The little dog will show you how. Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
I'm Uncle